If you're considering buying new construction, I'm sure so much of the appeal is being able to customize all the finishes to match your taste and style. Well, if you head to the design center with no plan, I guarantee you are going to rack up a bill that's crazy high, and you're going to have to pay 50% of all upgrades up front to the builder before closing. So today, let's talk about the do's and don'ts of what to upgrade through your builder and what you might want to hold off on until after closing. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica Monroe. I'm a realtor in the Bay Area and I specialize in Solano County. New builders have been building homes so quickly that most of my buyers have not had an opportunity to change any structural items. Well, that may be changing in the near future. And just remember, structural decisions have to be made up front when you're signing the contract. The builder has to pull permits based on your layout, so unfortunately you won't be able to make structural changes through the process. If you can change that half bath into a full bath downstairs, absolutely do it. It's going to help with functionality and overall resale value. Same thing with a den office, changing it to a proper bedroom. It's going to give you a lot more flexibility in the future, and you'll definitely make that money back on resale. The rest of your upgrades will be decided at the design center, which by the way is set up to entice you to spend as much money as possible. So make sure you go in disciplined and with a plan. Two items that I highly recommend going through the builder because it'll be more cost effective than doing after closing are electrical upgrades and plumbing upgrades. Electrical, I would recommend adding a central light in every room. You can upgrade to a J-box, which will allow you to add a ceiling fan in the future. I've seen that run anywhere from $300 to $350 through the builder. It'll be a lot more expensive having this done after closing. Also, if you plan to get an electric car, or perhaps you already have one, or you want to house a large appliance in the garage, add an additional high voltage outlet that's on its own circuit so that you don't have to worry about that in the future. These are items that the builder can offer cost effectively because during the framing process, they can add electrical wherever they want without having to cut into drywall. Plumbing upgrades are also great to consider going through the builder. Think about it, most new homes are on a slab foundation. They don't have a crawl space. So changing plumbing to a new location is going to be really expensive after closing. So if you want that soaker sink in the laundry room, go ahead and get it plumbed. Even if you don't have the nice cabinetry or the sink installed right away, at least you'll have it prepped for the future. Also, if you want a standalone bathtub in the main ensuite, that would definitely be something that I'd have the builder do up front so that you don't have to worry about moving plumbing later on. Some easy upgrades to consider after closing are things like kitchen hardware or cabinetry hardware. I would go with a standard option. If you go with an upgraded option, you could see north of $2,000 just for hardware. Unless you are absolutely in love with it, I would hold off. I would do standard, then look on Wayfair or Home Depot or Lowe's, find exactly the hardware that you want. They even make little cheat sheet grids for you, so it's really easy to install, and it'll also be really inexpensive to have a handyman do it for you. The kitchen backsplash is another huge ticket item for the builder. They'll have a limited selection, so unless you find something that you are absolutely in love with, I would recommend holding off, not getting any sort of backsplash, and then taking your time to select the one that you truly like. I'm such a visual person. I would rather see all my cabinetry and countertops in place, and then I personally would like to take my own samples and see how they look in that space in the lighting, because lighting can make a huge difference. It'll be really inexpensive to have a handyman tile your backsplash for you, or you can DIY it. There's a product called muscle bound paper that's essentially industrial strength double stick tape that allows you to avoid the messy mortar or thin set. You can stick the tile on it. It's really durable. You'd still have to grout over it, but it's a great DIY project and it'll save you hundreds, if not a couple $1,000s at the design center. Now, cabinetry, countertops, those are likely going to be options that you'd want to select through the builder, because think about it, it's going to be pretty invasive to have those removed and new ones put in. You're probably going to save money just going through the builder. I'd also do the kitchen sink through the builder, especially if you have a large item, because that's going to be a custom cut and there might be some sort of builder warranty associated with it to give you some peace of mind. I would, however, avoid upgrading any faucets or fixtures. Again, you'll have a larger selection through a big box store and it'll be an inexpensive upgrade that you can do in the future. Upgrading flooring is a tough one. It's all dependent on whether the builder has a selection that really excites you and whether they're able to offer it at a somewhat reasonable price, because obviously it's going to be so much easier to have the builder take care of it. I might still suggest talking to a flooring store, finding out what their approximate cost would be and their timeline or availability. You'll have the dimensions of your home that you can share to get a pretty good idea of what you would be looking at. Obviously, if the flooring store comes in a lot less expensive and you have the flexibility and time, go that route and just order the standard flooring from the builder. If you'd like more information on the pros and cons of buying new construction, check out my video above. I give you great insight into the process of buying new construction because remember, it's very different than buying a resale home. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, ding that little bell so you know when I post my next video.